a brass tacks presentation. Discretion advised.
You ready? All right then. What's going on, people? It's your boy Brass Tacks in this bitch. You already know. Phantom Thread. Long story short, Daniel Day-Lewis plays Reynolds Woodcock, who is a dressmaker, who is very meticulous in his day-to-day routines, likes things done in a certain way, and like pretty much all artists, needs to be inspired. Meets a lady, beautiful girl, she inspires him, but what also happens is she disrupts his normal swing of things. Creates problems in this bitch. I thought it was an okay movie. I did find it a little boring at times. That's not to take away from Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis isn't even Daniel Day-Lewis. He disappears into this movie, as he does with most movies. He's absolutely amazing in this. Let's not get it twisted. And I know a lot of people will like this. With a movie like this, you got to be in a kind of right frame of mind to watch it. You got full screen in this bitch. Well, near enough full screen. You got a few pubic hairs up there, and you got a few pubic hairs down there. Shot in 35mm. Digital intermediate 4K or 35mm negative. I don't know what the real source is, but it's a good one regardless. DTS X Master Audio.
Brass tacks. Seal of approval.
The detail in this film is a huge step up from its 1080p counterpart. There's quite a healthy dose of film grain in this movie. There's no way around it. It is what it is. That doesn't take away from the detail at all. It's a very nice looking disc. There is a vintage feel to this movie. There's like a slight layer of haze on it. This is a beautiful looking film, a beautifully shot film, detailed, the wooden flooring, the texture of the clothing. And you know he's a dressmaker, so textures of the clothing is going to be very important. All of it looks very, very nice indeed. Even close-ups reveal pores, great establishing shots, great amount of detail here. See pores on Daniel Day-Lewis's face. Not mine, I look amazing. But Daniel Day-Lewis, see some pores. Grey hairs, you see individual hair strands. It's that detailed in this speech. Depth is another plus point. A lot of scenes are indoors, and there is great separation between characters. Great foreground, great background. The indoor scenes in the Woodstock residence look lush, a great sense of scope, which is surprising in a movie like this. Even wide establishing shots look very three-dimensional indeed. Black levels are also very good looking in this. No crush, great detail. There are some scenes which are very dark, pitch black, as they should be, and it really shows up on your screen. Even if you don't have an OLED, you're going to appreciate the black levels. Great shadow detail, which also adds to a great sense of depth. You've got to have great darks, great lights.
Let's go.
You want to know what the HDR is like? You and your girl, you guys been dating for ages, and she's been using this makeup. She looks very nice, but it's not quite hitting the job. You know she's prettier than the shit she's using. So you take her to the MAC store. MAC got their new line of makeups in this bitch. So spend a bit of time with her, trying to figure out what looks nice on her. So you're going to the stores, you know, we're looking at some sneakers, looking at some video games, whatever it is we're doing, we're looking. We go back, you didn't even recognize your girl in this bitch. She looked amazing, more refined, more toned to the face. She's got good makeup going on now. You want to take her home, make sweet, sweet love to her all night long. That's what the HDR is like. It's already a fairly bright looking disc, but what this does is accentuates that by adding a lot of pop to the colors. You're gonna notice a lot more wider color than you did on the 1080p. HDR isn't just about pop, it's about wide color. There is a very noticeable wider color palette on this beach. There's a point where Mr. Woodstock is taking out his car. Daniel Day-Lewis is taking out his car from the garage. Beautiful burgundy car. And that burgundy car with the reflections of it just popped. That shit looked amazing. You wanna know how amazing? I don't know what to say to you. That amazing in this bitch. It looks really nice. Not oversaturated. There was a lot more color to the face, but it didn't look oversaturated. It looked natural. There are some scenes which are colder than others. That's just the way the movie is. Even then, you're noticing a little bit more nuance in the colors than you did in the 1080p. You tell your girl to sit on the woofer, see what happens. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. She's gonna sit on the woofer, she's gonna climax, she's gonna have an orgasm, but it's gonna be a slow build in this bitch. It's gonna be subtle. You know when you're doing foreplay, sometimes you just want to take your time. You're going to tease her, then please her. That's what it's gonna be. For a mostly dialogue-driven film, there is a lot going on in terms of sound. You're hearing stitching in the background, you're hearing people walking around you. There's a lot of activity going on in this movie. This movie does build a lot of tension, and with tension, sound is very important. So everything really is a slow build, and with that, you're getting all of the subtleties from all sides. The sound of a sewing needle going into a fabric in this bitch. Forgot how that sounded. This movie reminded me. The DTS X, I nearly said DTS X in this bitch. DTS X is great for this movie, even though it may not even be necessary because it's a very dialogue-driven movie, but the surround really gives it a lot more atmosphere and it'll be something you appreciate, even if you weren't really looking for that. It was okay for me as a movie, don't think I would watch it again, but it's Daniel Day-Lewis and does an amazing job with this, as he does with everything else. Pick it up if you want it, shit! And that's all really I have to say. 4K Rockstar, you